GM fan, we are live with Value Vibe podcast with your host Zircon Soul Investor and myself, where we talk about the value, the drama, and the vibes. We're gonna talk about Oogy's controversy, Chad's WTF on what they're doing, what's going on with them, DJ and Coin Flip's new project, and we're also gonna talk about SUI NFTs. What's going on with them and what the hell is happening this week? All right, I lost my voice, but I'm still good. So we're gonna keep talking. What's up, Soul Investor? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good
I,
from the NFT space, as the SUI NFTs are coming up, but I'm doing pretty good. Just stacking my bags.
Zircon, how's everything going on this beautiful Thursday?
Everything's good, Phil. I'm same as all investor. We're getting into some SUI NFT mint season probably. So I'm just gonna look at Solana projects, try to see if I can get any whitelist while no one is paying attention to Solana projects. It's like the best time to start hunting maybe good opportunities for the next month. So yeah, we have a lot of things to talk about around SUI. I think that's the main topic. Everyone is talking about SUI in the past few days with the mainnet launch, the mainnet deploy, the NFTs that are going around. I'm not completely bullish on every single one. We already have seen and participated on the Aptos minting season, so we know what we're talking about. I don't know. We're gonna talk it about later. We have some really interesting news on chats. I'm really surprised on them. I mean, you talked to me about that project like a few weeks ago, and I don't know how all of a sudden they are sitting at 5 Sol. We'll talk about that as well. And we have plenty of things to cover today.
Yeah, for sure. I I liked how you brought out Aptos. There was a whole month where we went deep into Aptos and what's going on. It's probably the most craziest, interesting time frame, and we all kind of knew that Aptos was gonna like completely die off. we like so like that was like a whole thing. It was like when is it gonna die off? When are we gonna stop talking about it? SUI NFTs. I mean, I don't think it's like in the same type of hype it was as with Aptos. Would you agree with me? Like, it's not the same kind of realm as far as like the talk on Twitter.
That on one side, and the other thing that I wanna bring up is that on Aptos, only on the airdrop, people made up to 20k USD just from airdrops, and the much I have seen someone get from Sui was around 2k. So we're talking about much less money that came just from airdrops. So I don't know. I want to see how liquidity, obviously liquidity from Sol and probably some from Ethereum is gonna be moving to Sui, but I don't see that crazy hype on Sui as it was back on the day on Aptos.
Yeah, sure. And I think we should. I really want to get into like just like talk about what these SUI NFTs are, but I think we should start off with Solana NFTs first.
Yeah.
Soul Investor. Let's bring out a couple of topics here. We had Chad's WTF go on a rail. Uh, I want to know how that happened. And we also have the Oogy controversy with Joker. I mean, I say let's bring out one thing that you have specifically wanted to see was basically Dead King Society. Let's start off with that. But what's basically happening with them? They basically dropped like a transformation type of new art.
Yeah, so I mean, look, they're doing a bunch of things right. Um, they brought in a couple of new names. They brought in Snooze, who we all know Snooze by now. They brought in Levis NFTs. I'm personally in his DAO. He's one of the best alpha callers in this space. Ahab, who advises a ton of projects. So they brought in a bunch of new names, and their founder has also been extremely active on Twitter, really gaining a ton of attention. So it seems like they have these rings NFTs, and they're looking to transform them into some sort of noble collection, which makes it more of a PFP project. Uh, it's really interesting what they're doing because they're one of these sort of one-of-one alpha networking groups, similar to something like Boogles. But I think the difference is here is that while they are at a much lower entry, I think a Boogles goes for like 2,000 SOL. One of these would probably go for about 200 SOL. And with Boogles, they don't really do much around the development of their projects. They're mainly known for their sort of top secret inside community. But Dead King seems to be doing stuff with their collections, and they seem to be bringing in new names. The founder seems to be extremely active. I'm really curious to see, if Dead Kings can actually grow to the level that Boogles is at. Right
Well,
now, I think they're the top front runner.
I do know that there's something you could definitely tell how this project is doing in Solana by the mutual following and the low follower count. I mean, they're at like basically 76 mutual following here, and and it's barely like 5,000 followers. So you could just tell like they really like they're not really out there to gain followers, but it's very Solana concentrated. I find that specifically interesting, and I've really never seen that type of low following count compared to mutual following. That's kind of crazy. But let's go on to the next thing. Zircon, Chad's WTF. I mean, with this project, we talked about how it started and not making fun of it, but like going
Mhm.
with the memes, right? And what
Yeah.
they were doing. But we never expected people actually going deep balls into this. So what's going
Yeah.
on?
I said it from day one. I thought their main price was kind of high because, I mean, I'm gonna be real here. I thought Chats was the kind of project that I like to just A pin really hard when it's around like between zero point 0.2 and zero point 0.5 sol, because it has potential to just start a rally from there, like Ghost Kid DAO did back in the day, with less liquidity, of course. But I don't know. It seemed like 2sol was kind of expensive. Actually, the market responded to that because they went straight down to like zero point 0.6, zero point 0.7. So around the price that I just said. And from there, I don't know. It's really hard to predict that a project can go that down from the initial mint. They pumped a little bit, but to around like 2.2 sol, I think, and then they started going in a downtrend again. And all of a sudden, they just decided to pump like crazy. I don't know what they're building. I don't know what kind of developers are behind the team, because having this kind of rally after like not the best mint experience, it's really hard. So and now all of a sudden, every single guy I follow on Twitter is bullish on them. So I don't get it.
Dude, they're right behind Mad Lads.
they, they're,
This
they're
is beautiful.
contending with Matt that raised $1 million USD on the mint. So I don't know.
Matt have created
I,
backpack, and these guys are competing.
I, I do like that view right now. It's kind of hilarious. Like, dude, oh my god,
That's
24.
Solana in a nutshell for me.
Dude, that is basically it. Solana is back, but yeah, 24-hour volume increases 185 posts. Man, so Soul Investor. I mean, I would say like you're more in the phase of looking at what trades to do and basically seeing what utility projects have. Not really in like a degen world in Solana, but what would you say about chats?
Oh man, dude, this one is interesting because I was looking at this at 2.5, and had Zircon said they pumped from like 0.7. Once they hit 2.5, I was thinking about entering, and I'm like, nah, you know what I mean? Like these things just did like a 3x. I'm not entering, and then they went all the way up to 5. I did go through their Discord to see sort of what's going on, and the only thing I could find was they've hinted about something to do with an airdrop. I'm not a holder, so I haven't checked the holder announcements. What I think this is they're a degen project that minted for 1 sol for some reason, right? They mint for around 1 or 2 sol or whatever. And for some reason, the community has just rallied behind this degen
Oh,
project
dude.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And
Good point.
yeah, and they're enjoying it. I mean, I went to their Discord and I found someone called Joe Biden for some reason. I don't even know who that is. His name's Joe Biden. So,
Dude,
you
this
know,
community is hilarious.
and that's the thing. I think like this reaction that we're giving on them is exactly why they're pumping. You know what I mean? They're doing this DJ stuff. They're all about the memes. They're super funny. The community is funny as well. I think they're just a great time, and the community is just having a ton of fun. So hats off to them. I think it's great.
Yeah, yeah. Whoever's behind this, I mean, props to them on like really pulling this off. And I don't even think they're trying to pull it off. I think they're just like it's who they are. And my biggest worry when this first came out was I was worried this was gonna be like that project. I think it was called Cope Town. It was a bunch of elves. If you remember, they basically
Oh yeah.
had these huge ears, and they were trying to become the meme industry in Solana, and it didn't work out at all. Maybe they're still around. I don't know, but I was kind of worried they were gonna, go down that road, and it seems like they're kind of, they're in a different world. They actually are memers, and yeah, this is hilarious, man. But Zircon, I mean, I think we should probably like try to talk with these guys, see what they're doing.
It's
Maybe
insane.
maybe go live with them.
Yeah, I mean, I love these degens. I really think that if they had built this project in the degen minting season, they'll probably made a huge rally to like 10 sol, because it's that kind of project that people laugh at the NFT concept because it's so funny, and they have the liquidity to just pump it up. That's the thing that concerned me when I saw the 2 sol mint price. I thought it was like it's not expensive because we're talking about 50 USD, but the thing is that I don't see the liquidity on the ecosystem to support that kind of mint in so a degen project. It doesn't have a correlation between the price and the collection. But yeah, I mean, if I knew the what was behind them, maybe I would have bought the dip. Probably not, because as I told you, I thought maybe it was over when I saw them at around 0.7 or something like that. I was like, well, okay, they tried.
I'm also going to throw this in. We are having somewhat of a crypto degen season with Pepe rallying, and
Oh,
one or two smaller rallies on the Solana blockchain, and I think they have somehow jumped onto that in a really weird way. They did do a space with Solana Legends, so I'll give them that. I don't really know how they have these connections as well, but turns out they do. So hey, great for them and great for their community.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so we definitely talked a lot about chats, and sorry for not speaking too much because my voice is gone to the viewer. I'm leaving it up to these guys to basically do the chats. My voice heals up. All right, so let's go on to the next topic. Probably the most controversial topic this week. Oogy has finally made it to our controversial hot take picks. Congrats. It's basically every project has gone through this. We had Claynosaurus, we had the monkeys, we had ABCs. So here we go. We finally Oogy's finally part of it. Here is where we go down this this I don't know if it's a rabbit hole, but this Joker came out, right? And actually, I will let Zircon explain this because this is Zircon's topic, the
Yeah.
101 Joker. All right.
This is what happened. Oogy is running a campaign where they are dropping 101 NFTs. I don't know how they are managing the actual drop on holders. Basically, I for the new one, I think any holder that is delisted can participate on the airdrop. It's a random airdrop to one holder. But this one was already on circulation. It was the Joker one, but it was hand drawn with lines. If you check the details, it's not like on the Oogy style. I mean, it's like a sketch of an Oogy, but it's more like on the hand drawn pencil style. I don't know if you guys mean what I'm saying. And this one
Yeah.
was sold to Carlos from Jelly Rascals, the founder of Jelly Rascals. He bought it for around 345 Sol. And the thing that happened is that now they are dropping another Joker 101 that it's more on the line with the actual Oogy NFT. If you checked it, it's really on the style of the
Oh.
Oogy NFT base art, but it's also a Joker. So it's like they're copying the same concept, but they are doing it in a different way. And there's a lot of controversy here because people are saying that Carlos bought a 345 NFT that now it's basically not unique because there's another Joker around that is going to be deployed sooner or later. So they're kind of being some controversy here because they are saying that they waited till Carlos bought it to just announce that they were going to drop another Joker. And Carlos is kind of pissed because of what happened because they are now joking with Carlos has the 102 instead of the 101 because of the two Joker scenario. And I don't know. I don't think, even though it's the same concept, I obviously think it's not the same, but I think it's kind of unfair because I mean there's a lot of things you can actually make a 101 of to make two Jokers. I mean you can pick like there's a lot of you have a lot of villains, a lot of superheroes. Why picking two times the Joker? That's what I don't get. Because they knew that this was going to happen eventually.
Wow. Dude, this is something because he paid over what 300 soul for this 101. Yeah, and basically like having two jokers is like what it's like kind of like diluting the 101, like what you said. It's like it's no longer unique. And I'm not gonna lie, this new Joker looks cool as hell the way it's drawn. I completely dig it. But all right, so Soul Investor, we have these two Jokers. Do you think this is wrong or right as far as like creating another 101 art of a Joker and giving it to someone, or do you think Carlos should have the rights to have this
Oh man, I really love the Oogy team. I love Justin. I love Brumi.
for sure?
I think they got this one wrong. Carlos bought this 101. There should not be another Joker collection. And props to Carlos. Carlos is an amazing guy. He's definitely put more into this ecosystem than he's taken. One of the few people in this space that's actually done that. So it's just sad to see. But look, like I said, I love the team. I hope they listen to the feedback, and it's not too late to fix the problem. But I do hope they do rectify this. Uh, in my books, Carlos is 100% right here.
Yeah, maybe they forgot.
Oops. Sorry for diluting
but
your 340 NFT.
I
but
like I
that
like
would
Carlos's Joker more.
you do? I like the left Joker more.
I
I
mean,
I
sorry, Phil.
I mean, I would say the left Joker kind of reminds me of like the Dark Knight, but maybe that's why
Mhm.
you don't like it because it's too much of a resemblance to that. And the
No,
right Joker,
no.
well, the right Joker looks more like Joaquin Joker, and I'm not. I'm a fan of both. I like both styles. I like the anarchist, and I like the the psychotic Joker on the right. But as far as art, left Joker all day.
I mean, look, the art on the left Joker, I think it's better. Just generally, but the reason why I prefer the right Joker, it's just because I've been a fan of Batman. I've been a fan of Joker since I was like, I don't know, 7 years old, 6 years old. And the one on the right, it just brings me back. You know what I mean? It's really old school, and I love how they gave homage to that. Of course, in recent times, So okay,
I
this is weird because
disagree.
my left and my right is like sort of opposite here. So try and do this in my head. But okay, the one that Carlos doesn't own, it is modern, it is more recognizable. Um, just as an old school guy in DC, you know,
I
I
get it.
gotta love Carlos's, and I like the pencil.
Yeah,
I like the pencil shading.
yeah, I get it. But I don't agree. I hated that old Joker in the movies. I didn't like the colors. I never resembled the left. Well, I don't resemble any of them, but uh, the left Joker just brings a whole different like feeling look. I just like. All right, Zircon, quickly, left or right?
I
3 seconds.
prefer, yeah, I'm gonna say the one that is similar to Joaquin Phoenix, just because I wanna say something. Even though it has like the same base, I love when one-on-ones look completely outstanding out of the collection. Like you see it and you know it's a one-on-one. I know you see the other one and you know in your heart that it's a one-on-one, but the other one is an obvious one-on-one because it doesn't look like the actual collection. That's what I love,
Oh
and that's the
man.
thing I love the most about Utes. I always crash on them, but the one-on-one on Utes that doesn't look like the collection are sick. That's the thing I love the most.
I
Zircon, you're
like my
putting a
hat
smile on
because
my
you can
face.
completely see my nose. I like that's what I like about my hat. It's very exaggerated. But all right, so we'll see what happens with the Oogie team and Carlos OFMG. Let's see if this thing gets resolved, or let's see if the 101 art actually gets passed down to a random person. That will be a sick week of drama, and I can't wait for the next podcast if that happens. But all right, so
Oh,
we have something
sorry,
else that
Bill.
basically, yeah, for sure.
Before you
Talk.
move on, Justin, Broomy, if any of you guys want to come on, anyone from the Oogie team wants to come on, explain this, we're more than happy to have you listen to the team's opinion, etc., etc. Do hit us up if you're interested. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
Sure.
good point, Soul Investor.
yeah, because we love these
So
guys. We love these guys.
yeah, and they're just working on the project, and I'm sure it was just one of those things that never really got thought of, or but all right. So we have another project. It's called Nekkros NFT, and Nekkros NFT is from DJ Coin Flip. It's basically pre-mint purgatory and fame system is so fun. Love to see it. When invite, you got it right here. Zircon, is this the one project that you brought up that came from this
Um,
group? Yes, it
no, so
was.
no, Soul Investor brought it. I've heard of it. I've seen it like tagged on the upcoming hype mints like many times, but never actually clicked on, on their profile. But I've heard of the project, and when he said he thought it was from DJ Fat Cats. He was like, oh, so I'll have to check this out, and I really like it. I like the lore they're building behind it. I don't know what exactly they're trying to build. I mean, this is not like a hot take on DJ Fat Cats for bringing another collection, like the third one they're building, but but yeah, I want to see what they want to build. If they want to actually build an NFT like collection that it's not related to casinos or what they are building behind this. It seems more like a lore based NFT than a casino revenue share thing.
Yeah, I'm interested in what this is. Soul Investor. I mean, have you got any insight on this project? Because all they show is like a couple of backgrounds. They still have the fat cats kind of in the whole artwork, so it seems like maybe it'll be connected to this. But I don't even know what this is. It looks like a map, but I do hope that's not casino related.
I'm actually opening their Discord right now. I don't know how I ended up in this Discord, but I saw them on Twitter and I thought, holy crap, I haven't seen, you see a lot of the world building here. And I thought to myself, like, damn, like I haven't seen, such good artwork upcoming since Kami. And,
Oh, nice.
I saw their Discord was closed. I'm like, God damn it. And the next day I was going through my Discord and I realized, oh my, I'm already in this somehow. There isn't much information on what exactly they're building here, but DJ Fat Cats is one of the most consistent teams on Solana. I am so excited for this. I'm so excited to see what they do. And my only singular concern with this project is DJ Fat Cats is a 20K collection. So how are they going to do this? Is it going to be a 25K collection? What are they going to do? I'm
30K collection.
super curious. A 30K collection, that's okay. Sorry. If you scroll up, you can see the tweet by Sniper where he said you won't believe who's behind Nekkro. And that I remember that's actually what caught my attention. I somehow ended up in the Discord. But no, look, awesome guys, awesome team. Love the world building. Can't wait to see what they do. There's not much information as of yet. I am concerned about the supply, uh, but DJ Fat Cats has been holding above 20 since we started getting more information about this project. So let's see where it goes. I'll be watching this closely. Definitely keep it on
Yeah.
your watch list.
Yeah, fun fact, I used to have 2 Degen Fat Cats back in the day. And I was
Wow.
receiving my little small dividends. And I forgot what I sold them
Really?
for. I think I sold them for some what was it? I think it was ABCs maybe. But yeah, it was an interesting run. We have Pickle Dice saying, "What are your thoughts on Chad's NFT?" Pickle Dice, make sure you watch the beginning of the show. We definitely had a huge topic on the Chad's NFT. That was quite fun. So make sure you check that out on YouTube or
Yeah.
Twitter Live. So we have basically this project that went down. I think we should go straight to SUI NFTs and and see what the action is all about, but what around that area.
Yeah.
I say let's start off with Misfits Inc. And actually let's go with Nomies. Have you guys heard of Nomies?
Yeah.
I'll have to see
It
it
sounds
first.
like no.
You're talking about Gommies?
Yeah, Gommies. My bad.
Gommies. Yeah. Because it's Fuddies, Gommies. They all they have this really similar names, so it's really hard to know if you're talking about a different project or you're talking about the actual ones that we're gonna talk. I mean, I have 2 things to say about this. Is gonna be kind of a hate for Fuddies and Gommies, because I said it yesterday on Spaces and I'm gonna say it today again. I don't like that they are the first projects or the first high projects that are launching on SUI. They are going for a 10K collection and they are going for a million USD on the mint funds. I think that's a lot of money for a new blockchain. I mean, as far as I know, they're not builders from another blockchain, so we don't have background of they making something actually successful. So why would the community give them a million USD to build something that they don't know if they're gonna be able to mint to build? So I don't know. I don't like that they're going for such a high price for a 10K collection supply collection. Sorry. But other than that, I like the art. I enjoyed it. I think it's gonna
Dude,
be
the art's
flippable,
sick.
definitely. People that have whitelists probably are gonna make money out of it, but be careful if you're gonna buy on secondary. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. The art's sick, man. I completely
Yeah.
enjoy the way this art is drawn. That's definitely a props on them for drawing such this type of unique, charming looking art. It's definitely I would say very general for the general public. Soul investor, this is a whole different world. SUI NFTs. What's your first take on looking at this project?
Oh man, I've actually heard about this project. So, look, I like the art. I like the art. I heard some rumors that the founders of this project, and I don't know if this is true. I haven't done my due diligence. I'm just putting it out there so you guys are safe. But I heard that the founders of this project have rugged several NFT projects on ETH. And I was trying to find that information. I can't seem to find it, but yeah, I think they'll probably print the first project on Sui. The artwork's cute. I think they're going to do well. I would go for the flip and bring those funds back to Soul. But yeah, just please be careful. Just put it
Yeah.
out
Oh,
there. Also, why are they
so
raising $1 million? Sorry, Phil, did you say they're raising $1 million?
I didn't. Did I say that? I didn't say that.
No, I said it.
No, it's not. Oh, they're raising why are they raising $1 million?
I don't know.
I
I don't know.
They,
Yeah, I just did my math again because maybe I was wrong, but yeah, the 10K times 100 because the mint is 100 USD.
Oh God.
Yeah,
that seems so.
the one is one of them. I don't know which one because I make some research on both. One of them is at 1.2 and the other one is raising a million. So both are over a million USD just from the mint. No royalties considered there. So they're going for much than a million.
Go for the flip, and if it goes under mint, cut your losses. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, not 47 mutual following. That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
19.5K. Man, yeah, SUI network is definitely the talk of the week with the many people here on Solana going for these mints. So we also have another project called Slimes. From what they say, it's a 5,000 animated slimes with supposedly utility tools, crafted by a company called Drip Studios. I guess they have their gaming industry experts. So, what do you guys think of this by just looking at the art as well? It's also it attracted a lot of people on here. It's kind of like, I would say, pixel, but animated pixel.
I think I'm a little bit more confident with minting this one. And I would also surprisingly go for the flip.
Interesting.
Here's my philosophy with SUI right now. The mints are going to pop off, right? Go for the mint. You might get rugged. And you'll definitely get rugged in the long run. But go for the mints and flip it, because SUI's going to pop off for the next 1 week, maybe 2 weeks. After that, all those profits are going to get rotated back into Solana NFTs. We've already seen Solana NFTs take that dip. So rotate your profits back, buy the dip on solid projects, and watch that liquidity come back into the Solana NFT space, and then ride those NFTs up. Not financial
Yeah, I
advice.
mean, it kind of reminds me of Aptos in some way. SUI network. The way things are looking at right now with a lot of Solana degens heading into these NFT projects, minting them, and then probably leaving the network in a couple of weeks.
Here's the thing. I mean, it's actually not that complicated. The thing is, you cannot take Solana degens out of Solana. I don't know why SUI is trying to do that in general. Aptos tried it as well. I do think SUI is better than Aptos, but the point is that SUI is not better than Solana. And we have seen Solana manage to take a couple of ETH guys into Solana, and that's because, we offer faster transactions, cheaper gas fees, etc., etc. But Solana gets really moved to a new chain to make some money, and then they're coming back. So it's a formula that doesn't work unless you build a blockchain better than Solana's.
Interesting. Now we also have another project called Fuddies, and Fuddies is another SUI NFT, and this project basically kind of makes fun of itself. They basically said founders take mental health break to Fiji. They had wallet hacks around the treasury. Their founders have died, and they transferred their Gen 2 mint to Polygon to cover lost funds. And they're trying to sell the IP to Disney, and start a new project on a new hot chain. That's their that's their whole game plan. They're so transparent. I gotta say that.
Yeah.
I, it reminds me of Chad's. I mean, Zircon. After that intro, what do you say?
Yeah, there's been some this one of all this, I think this one is, if you're looking for a number one contender on SUI, which is really hard to just make a guess, because not as I mean, probably there must be a project that already launched, but not a really serious project. I think this might be the one. They have been already doing some controversy for the last month, when SUI was not even I mean, people was starting to talk about SUI because the mainnet deploy was really close, but no one was paying attention as this week because of the SUI launch. They have already been on the Twitter on the tweets of several Solana guys. So I would say this one might be a good one. If you have whitelist, definitely mint this one. This is gonna be 100% profit, unless it's straight a rug, which I don't know, maybe it could happen. But if it's not a rug pull from the beginning, you're gonna make money out of this. It's pretty big. It's pretty hyped. And they're playing with that controversy to just make fun of themselves, and people enjoy them. So I don't know. Again, I wouldn't consider buying them on secondary. It's a 10K collection for around 100 USD. Again, this is gonna be a lot of money for the project. I don't know this one as well. I don't know what they're building. They say some branding and stuff, but again, they're asking for $1 million USD straight from the mint funds, and Sui hasn't even and Sui isn't even a thing yet. So I don't get why they ask for so much. But again, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Probably people that are whitelisted are gonna make money out of it, and we'll see how it goes with Fuddies as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Soul Investor. Out of all the projects that we just talked about in SUI NFTs, is this one that you would probably like the most?
I was actually trying to find that tweet where, or at least the announcement where they start claiming that their founders died, that they're minting on pork, etc., etc., etc. I saw it once, and I think they said 3 out of 4 of their founders have passed away. So the good news is that one's still alive, and maybe he can carry the project. I do think this is going to be the top project. I would also go for the flip, just try to time the top on this because it can really run. Definitely the most high project. And by the way, I also think the Bastards is doing has done some of their animations. So that's another thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I
saw it on
do
the
like how
Bastards
they're
Discord.
they're really transparent here. Details on how to give the Fuddies NFT team your money tomorrow. Dude, these
Yeah,
guys
I
are
love
At least
it.
they are not lying.
Yeah, at least they're not lying.
What?
They're raising 1.2 million.
Jeez.
I would say go for this one. I mean, if I had whitelist, I would definitely be minting this one, and I would just be trying to time the top. Biggest
Yeah.
rug on Sui.
Because not possible. I mean, okay. But so that is basically everything that that's going on in Sui. Lots of NFTs, like from what could have been Solana, are basically on Sui network. Big risk moves. I mean, we've seen the same
Yeah.
thing happen on Aptos, and probably the best ones there was Aptomingos and the Bro Bears or the Bear Bros.
No,
Those,
Aptomingos and Aptos Monkeys were the two that pumped the most. Bro Bears did like a 2x. But
yeah,
Aptos Monkeys did like a 6x on a lot of money. I think it made like a 10x on 70 USD. I think like crazy money. The amount we printed with Aptos Monkeys.
yeah, that was crazy. And then, the sad thing is that Aptos didn't make it through. I mean, it's still there, but these projects are there with them. So it's not like, I think it would have been cool if they would have been in Solana because they would have been
Yeah.
around and kind
And
of relevant.
one thing I
Actually,
want to say before we leave the app, this SUI thing, is that pay attention, use this time to make your diligence and pay attention to those projects that were launching on Solana and now all of a sudden decide to launch on SUI. That's a great way to decide which projects not to mint because those guys are not focusing on community building or stuff. They just want the money from minters and are just wanting to print some money out of an NFT collection. So check that out.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we'll just see how Sui does overall, and we'll probably come back to this probably 4 weeks from now and see if we were right or not. But overall, I mean, we do wish the projects good luck on the whole network. It is great to see more NFTs come into space, and maybe one day they'll come to Solana with a collection, or they'll move. Who knows? But anyway, Soul Investor, any last words you have for the people out there?
I might have a question for you guys. Do you guys think any of these projects will do well? Like if they were minting on Solana, do you think any of them would have done well?
Oh, that's a good question. I'll leave it to you, Zircon, first.
With the conditions that that are already established, like mint supply and price. Because if that's the
Yeah.
case, I don't know. Maybe I think Fuddies could sell out. Don't know if they would pump on Solana actually. Maybe a little bit, but probably they will just drop. And Gommies maybe on the same situation. Maybe manage to sell out of selling like 70% on a pre-sale, and then minting the rest. But as successful projects, I don't know. I don't see it. I think they're asking for too much with nothing really already. They didn't show anything to the community to just ask for that amount of money.
And
I
to put
think
it in perspective, because they're concerned, sure. So if these were minting on Solana, it would be a 10K collection for 4 Sol.
Yeah,
oh
it's around,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I like that perception because like I would have said like Fuddies will probably be the one that will probably maybe sell out if it was on Solana. Maybe a little hype there and there. But at 4 Sol, that is kind of high. Probably at 2 Sol, I think would have been really, really an interesting move. But 4 Sol definitely on the high side for me. But
I agree.
yeah, so Zircon, we have any lasting from you?
No, I think I was already pretty clear with what I think about Sui several times. Just I'll that's I'm gonna suggest what I'm gonna do. Just focus on, so if you don't have whitelist for these high projects, don't even look at Sui. Just focus on Solana. Try to just get whitelist on the Solana projects that are upcoming on the next like 20 days to a month. Try to buy, if you are willing to put money on the Sui market, instead of that, buy the dip on Solana projects that are good. You are gonna risk, I think you are gonna be in a lower risk of your money investing on Solana projects that are already available and that have built and bring something to the ecosystem than giving this money to a new project that you don't even know in a blockchain that you don't even know. That's what I would suggest, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Footage just released a statement. We are still on track to take your money. Dude, I love these guys. They're freaking hilarious, man. Well, good luck to them on the Sui network, and hopefully, maybe one day they'll do well. But overall, that is everything we have for the show. Once again, make sure you smash that like button. You hit that subscribe button. Comment below anything you want to talk about the next show. We go live Tuesdays and Thursdays around this time frame. And we talk about NFTs, Solana, Sui, wherever the controversy is at. Much love and peace.